And at fanfare, even the younger ones are wild about him.
Suppose I called you up tonight and told you that I loved you. And suppose I said I want to come back home. And suppose I cried and said I think I finally learned my lesson. And I'm tired of spending all my time alone. If I told you that I realize you're all I ever wanted, and it's killing me to be so far away, would you tell me that you love me too? And would we cry together? Or would you simply laugh at me and say, I told you so? Oh, I told you so. I told you someday you'd come crawling back and asking me to take you in. I told you so, but you had to go. And now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart in two again. I don't write enough to do an album of, just my songs. The way I think, if a person writes 15 songs and there's one song in that group that is good enough to put on an album, that's a pretty good average. You're doing fairly well. And so when we look for songs, we don't care who writes it, whether I write it or wherever it comes from, long as we think it's a great song.
In Britain, your music's being marketed alongside the O'Kanes, Lyle Lovett and a lot of other people as new country. Do you think that term has any real meaning, apart from in the terminology of marketing men?
These people you've mentioned, and myself and George Strait, Reba McEntire, people like that are doing traditional country music. And for several years, had it not been for Merle Haggard and George Jones, there just wasn't that much of that kind of music coming out. In fact, it had almost gone away completely. And so these people started coming back around and recording this music and having success with it. And I'm glad to say I'm part of it now. And so we're considered new traditionalists. In my way of thinking, we're just doing songs, traditional country music that, well, Merle or George or Hank or Lefty would have recorded 15, 20 years ago.
So in a sense, new country is like old country.
It's just old country being revived, I guess you'd say. You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you always will be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours until the day that I die. Oh, baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men, if you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. They say time takes its toll on a body, makes a young girl's brown hair turn gray. Well, honey, I don't care. I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, well, I'd love you anyway. They say time can play tricks on a memory, make people forget things they knew. Well, it's easy to see, it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Oh, darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, well, just listen to how the song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, amen.
The single of the year, from the album of the year, from the male vocalist of the year in the 1987 Country Music Association Awards.